Hello and welcome back. Okay, I've done some inventory things. We also have 2 perk points for Alva here. Let's go ahead and take Nimble, which I purchased here. There we go. And I will also go ahead and take Flail Spinner, because he's using flails. He will be a flail duelist, it seems, in time, so that I can get the most out of second wind, but there's a possibility I change my mind. In any case, that is that done for now. So now let's go ahead and do this Barbarian King contract. So let's head towards Lugnisted. Still have a few things to sell as well. We'll get a better price at Lugnisted, of course. I've also tweaked some settings or done things with my computer, with Windows 11. The game should run slightly better now. Not perfectly by any means, but slightly better. Anyways, Edmund is here. Edmund the cultist. And he is pretty disappointing, it seems. Though I wasn't expecting anything, so I guess my disappointment is not that high in the end. Let's make some bone plating, I guess. Alright, and did I have any armor pieces where I'd like that? Do I want bone plating or the... whatchamacallit? Do I have one of those? Seems I don't. So I need those white Unholds and direwolf parts for I forget. But you know what I mean. But in the meantime I do have these, so I guess I could use them on something. So this famed piece, for example, sure, let's put one there. And then there's one more. Sure, the Venerable Leather Armor. Currently used by Ludger, of course. Maybe I should give that to someone else. Do I even have anyone who's nimble in the front-ish lines? It seems like I don't yet. Unless you count Alvar, but you don't count him yet. How about this guy, Sven? He's using a shield. Nimble with 79 hit points. I mean, it kind of makes sense, since Ludger is not going to participate in all of the fights. He will be in the top lineup, sadly, despite his traumatized condition. But I guess I could switch there. Sure. That's slightly lower weight, but then again, with the nimble thing, that's not a bad thing necessarily. And it also has the bone plating. Also have this helmet actually, which I forgot about. 285. And 11. I don't really need more fatigue for Geralt here. So it's kind of better than this. Yeah, it's just better, just plain better than the Chieftain Spitfighter helmet. So I could switch there, I suppose. Who's going to use this one though? Unclear. Well, it's not even repaired yet, so I'll, I guess, keep it in the inventory for now. Anyways, like I was saying, the game should run slightly better now, but there's still some lag spikes which annoy me. Oh well, too bad. Not sure what I could do about it. I've tried basically everything I found online. So, I don't know. Diagnosing problems like this is sometimes very difficult. Okay, stone pillars to the northeast. Nice to know. Anyways, towards Lugnistead. Barbarian tracks. And there's the barbarians. Well, this is a leveling fight. Let us level. So who's still leveling? Rainer and Mainolf. So those guys in. Let's leave out the gun. And let's leave out... Let's leave out Randolph. And once we feel strong enough, or I don't know if strong enough is correct choice of words. It kind of is, but what I mean to say more accurately is once people are level 11-ish, we'll start taking more risks again. And we'll see who dies then. In any case, let us get this fight done. Okie dokie, so Sven here did have Pathfinder. I always check, but well, we know, I can't remember things, so that's why I check. Just move there, I guess. We'll let them come to us. So, probably mostly hold where we are. Guess, yeah, you can hold. Okay, and Rainer was merely level 6. Yeah, okay, it's this retired soldier, who's not really that retired, it seems. Something like this should work pretty well. Also, Sven, what the hell is your initiative when you're this fast? 92 currently. No stars. Is decisive for 15% more. Well, despite your decisiveness, I will be indecisive here and wait. Hello there. Okie dokie. Nice headshot there. What is your melee skill? 82, but is that with confidence? Yes. Alright, let us not step down yet at least. Some of them are flanking, of course. No comment. Well, that's more understandable. I can probably get this kill here, yeah. That's pretty good. Well, we continue to do nothing, it seems. I might be hit on my heavy armor here by a hammer. That's not nice. Guess what I could do is just advance in that case. But I won't. Okay, Niels. Step down or not? Just hold. Well, it seems no one's getting hit by a hammer. Yet. I suppose the Blitzkrieg was perhaps a tiny bit wasted here. That's probably also kind of wasted. Too bad. Alright, it's probably time to come down then. Also, yeah, we've been engaged here on Rainer. Come on down. And off with your head. Okay, just hold there. Maybe a slight mistake if I do the Vanquisher thing. Oh well. Oh, whoopsie. What am I doing? That was a mistake. Didn't matter. But yeah, that was weird. Well, I guess we do use the Vanquisher. Not whom I would have gone for, but okay. Alright, Armored Unhold has engaged with Peter. That was such a waste of adrenaline there. Just go the long way around, I guess. How rude. There we are. It is over, and a couple of level ups out of that. Rainer, level 7. I suppose takes flexible. Okay, let's see here. So I will take the melee defense, I guess. Let's also take hit points. Monolith, level 5. Go ahead and take Mace Mastery, sure. Use these pole maces until he succeeds. Of course, with promise potential. Takes that. Does he take more fat? Not necessarily, but what is the other option? I suppose Resolve could still be higher. I'll go ahead and take the Resolve here, even though in the long term may be unnecessary. But in the short term should be okay. So look instead, we sell things here and then we try to find the Barbarian King. Oh, sacrifice. Well, we are at the right place. There should be a tavern here. So I think I maybe should have like marked it down how many days these indebted have been with us, but I would imagine that this one has been with us longer since he's actually equipped. So let's choose Nafal. Nafal will have the honor to meet Davkul. Nafal is bound and put to the fire. The smell of burnt pork fills the air, and the men around you rejoice with tears in their eyes. You see a face twisting in the smoke of the sacrifice, a knowing visage that approves. The men are emboldened. Esvig is now a prophet of Davkul. So I forget. Can you have more than one prophet? I think you can only have one, but I don't remember. Well, we'll find out. Alvara is merely disgruntled. Mainolf the convert is angry, as is Rainer, so hopefully the tavern is open. Yeah, it's going to be always open, so Mainolf is disgruntled, so let's see. Rainer is still angry. Well, honestly, I'm not going to be that annoyed if he does actually leave us. Let's at this point take a look at the prophet description as well. So we get all of the things from before, but what else? Yeah, okay, yeah, the voice of Davkul. So yeah, you should only be able to have one. Let's also read this. This character is a prophet of Davkul, the flesh and conduit of his will, and the earthen voice speaking his truth. Other believers listen to his every word and feel compelled to go above and beyond their physical limits on his behest. And we get the voice of Davkul ability. Become the flesh and conduit and the earthen voice of Davkul. Speak truth to his followers and make them give their everything to please their god. Costs 6 AP and 23 fatigue. That's lowered because of the double grip. Non-attack skills cost 20% less fatigue bonus. Lowers the fatigue of every cultist friend or foe by -10 instantly. Anyone not a cultist is not affected. Alright, so not sure exactly how useful that will be for us specifically in this company. We'll see. But if it is useful, then it's fine that it's on Esvig, I guess. One could have maybe manipulated the system a bit if one were more inclined to have this ability on someone else. But I'm fine with Esvik being the one. He's kind of earned the right to be the prophet. It's also pretty nice that this doesn't actually seem to have a range. But yeah, this is obviously good. But someone like Geralt most of the time won't need it, for example, since he has Battle Flow to go along with the Berserk. Fridohelm would make use of that, yes. And Dieter maybe eventually. This weapon is 6 fatigue only for the standard attack though. Fahad also has Battle Flow. Occasionally the ability will be useful though. How about Horik? Yeah, Horik might on occasion want some fatigue help. Anyways, so yeah, Rainer. Let's see if one more drink will do the trick. Okay, it won't, and people are getting drunk. I might actually just get rid of him, to be honest. He's okay. He will be okay eventually. Also, I forgot actually to purchase him polearms anyway. We are about to fight the Barbarian King, so being drunk is not necessarily something I want. Though hangovers are only minus 10% abilities, if memory serves. Yeah, I think we can do better than Rainer, to be honest. I'll just let him go. We'll also get his experience by firing him at this point. That indeed did level Eswig. So yeah, I think most of the time we won't have a need to use the Voice of Davkul ability, but on occasion we will. I think I'll just pump up the hit points even more. Also, I forgot to take a look. So Geralt is an acolyte. Riduhelm is nothing. Peter is a zealot. Sven is a fanatic. 2 candles for Niels. So I'm looking to see if people have at least 3 candles. Gerhard has Disciple for 4. I believe he probably already had that though. Ludger as well. Okay, 3 candles for Randolph, so it's a slow progress. Randolph has been with us for 240 days and is at 3 candles. Alright, well there we go. There we go. Also, yes, I need to write it down that the sacrificial event occurred on this day. So what day is it? And where is my paper? I found paper. So it is day 289. There we go. That is written down. Let us continue camping here. There we are. Once again, sell things. Yeah, I have these thick white furs, actually. Yeah, I need some direwolf parts, I suppose. That's what I need. Yeah, axe hammer, cleaver, polearm. Guess I'll keep all of that for now. Probably unnecessarily so, but still. Also, yeah, this is a hammer, so yeah, okay, I've already sold, it seems, a 200 hammer that I had once upon a time. $160.10, $127. I'll just sell that one. Okay, this is getting repaired here rapidly, so I should also equip it. I'll sell the quality wood. Alright, so there we go. We have 26,000 again. And we also have roster space, so I'll take a look at the recruit list in a moment. But first the helmet, so let's upgrade Fahad's helmet, I suppose. So he does have steel brow, so he doesn't really need the help, to be honest. So can I find someone else who would benefit more from this? Kind of a medium armor piece. So one could argue it can be used by Nimble as well in Reforged, Hardened. How about Monolith here? Well, if I don't find anyone else, then it's Monolith, I guess. This guy's nimble, he could actually maybe use a... Well, then again, he could use that. He could use that. Who? Out of these two, which one do I want to keep alive more? I guess it's Monolith, since he has promise potential. Sure, let's give it to Monolith here. There we are. And also have that, and I have a dog, so that can go on you. Sure. There we are. Now, let's take a look at the recruits. I guess I'll also take a look at the weaponsmith, though it's unlikely to find anything. So first up, are there any cultists? There are not. However, we can, I suppose, get lucky with someone else. So let's take a look at these low-tier backgrounds. So first up, we have Gero, the messenger. Who's not horrible, but he's not good enough. Manfred, the Daytailer. No. And then we have Gizmund, the messenger. 2-star melee defense, but doesn't really have anything else going for him, really. Well, he is lucky. Nah, we can do better. Valdemar, the butcher. Asger, the butcher. I suppose I don't care about peddlers for the most part. They're not really good. I might take a look at the poachers, but I'm not that thrilled about it. Okay, this first butcher will be a no. Second butcher is also a no. Good talk. So yeah, do I possibly want a poacher? One can get lucky with poachers, I suppose. If I make a ranged build, though, it would be probably another gunner. They can roll for melee as well, though. I don't know, I'll leave them here. I'm not that keen on getting poachers at the moment. Near Hornwald is the Barbarian King, so here. We are on his trail. Near Gunheim now, though. Well, it's to the west. It is to the west. Speaking of barbarians, we find more. There's a champion here. Jotna the Wolfclaw. And a few chosen and an armored frost unhold. Well, it's still a leveling fight though, despite all of that. Okay, hangover for Friduhelm. I'll sit him out for this, though it doesn't really matter that much. Let's bring in Ludger. See how this new war brand performs. Eventually, maybe someone else will wield it. For now, it will be Ludger. Let's try to not take any injuries. Also, Randolph is in the back line. That's a slight mistake. Go ahead and use these. Are you waiting there? It seems you are. Now that's slightly annoying. I suppose we'll be advancing then. Don't need to do so yet, but decisive bonus is pretty nice. How about the disarm? I don't really need that though, since we have the Blitzkrieg. Probably. Unless one of... well, unless these chosen use adrenaline, in which case I want to target them. Now let's see, hitting is 64, so that should be the same percentage. Sure, let's go for the disarm. There you go. Disarmed. Rotate here. The heavy weapon in range. Alright, no adrenaline. And no adrenaline. Well, that's good. We'll see if these ones want to use it though. They opted to do nothing. Peculiar. Alright, well, we'll go on the flank. Well, then again, here's probably better. Yeah, it seems like the disarm was unnecessary. Oh well. Let's move here though, I can still attack from there. Lucky hit. Engage. Not sure if that does anything, but let's do it. Is the rebuke working? There's Randall finally doing something in this fight. There we go. Famed helmet again. Well then, okay. $269 and stamina penalty of 13. Hardened. And also war is upon us, so this is the Holy War. So we've participated in all of the crises so far. I suppose we'll probably partake in this one as well. Haven't decided on the side though, we'll see. In any case, here we are. It seems there's nothing to buy. Absolutely nothing. Not even food is available. Well, I guess I'll see about these butchers. No, and maybe. So 3-star melee skill 53, 1-star melee defense 4. We can probably do better though. It's not bad, but it's a little bit weak. So I'll still decline. So if that's not good enough for a butcher, then we are looking for a unicorn indeed. But those do exist. He could have had something more going for him. Like Back to Basics or Rising Star or higher rolls. Marching all around the world has put some wear and tear on the men. Whenever a mercenary takes off a boot, you can see the blood seeping through his sock. They've accumulated sores and boils. One man peels the flesh off his toe and says he regrets doing that, and you not. All in all, this is the price to pay for being on the road so much. You've traveled the world, Monolith. Suggestions? When it comes to walking the earth, Monolith Potconverved is longer in the tooth than anyone. He laughs at the plight of his fellow sellswords.
Ah, now this is what I'm talking about. Never mind the pain, man. Embrace the soreness.
The company collectively tells him to stuff it, but the roadman happily wiggles his toes around. You didn't even realize he had his boots off before that. His feet are so calloused you thought the bony figures. But folds of leather. Put your damn boots back on. Okay, so I've probably had that event before, but I didn't remember that. I mean, the event, yes, but that option. Alright, well, here we are at Gunheim. It seems the same recruits are still here from earlier. Or at least one of them. I'll check out a few of them, I suppose. Senrik the Flatulent, no. Agnar the Butcher, likewise no. Evald the Crawler, the Miner, 3-star melee defense, 60 starting melee skill, no stars, 3-star resolve. Alright, well, despite those 3 stars in melee defense, he can't really do much with those. He doesn't have shields, he doesn't have range. So I will let him go, I believe. He also doesn't have rally for the resolve. Not terrible though. He also does have parry to go along with the range defense, but eh. Okay. Leonhard the Miner, Sigimar the Vagabond. I'm kind of wasting money doing this. Oh well. Okay, 1-star melee defense 9. He's a tactician. We don't need a tactician though. Not at this point. He's a pretty good tactician though. 3-star fatigue. And also does come with the shield perks for Shield Sergeant. Actually, he does have underdog range. He does have Indom. He does have Steel Brow. And he does have those shields. And he has nice hit points. He might actually be good enough to be a tank. Being tiny, of course, is only helpful. In this case. He also has Colossus. If I'd like to have that, he can go Battleforged. Or I could purchase Nimble. He might be good enough. He's not fantastically good, but he might be good enough. That might be kind of overly optimistic when it comes to Hardened Black Monolith, but I don't know. I would imagine that you would like to use the same strategies in Hardened's Black Monolith for the most part as you do otherwise, so try to hold the northern flank with a tank. We'll see though. Yeah, I think we'll keep this guy around. I might change my mind, but he seems to be okay. And yeah, we can get the Shield Sergeant as well if I'd like, and probably why not? I have some shield users. Yeah, that's pretty good. Not fantastic, but pretty good. Okay, the second guy is not going to be a keep. He as well isn't terrible, but he's not good enough. Alright, well, we found a tank candidate. Let's see if I can keep him alive, though. Of course, he could be better. He could have 3-star melee defense. He could start higher if he were a different background. He could have 3-star hit points, for example. But yeah, this is pretty good, I'd say. But I won't mark him down with a plus, not yet at least. Anyways, let's look for the barbarians. Somewhere around here. Until the game tells me exactly where they are. Might also be that I find a camp here somewhere that I can actually do. Orc hunters many. Well, we'll kill them and maybe actually leave this orc location for the orc ambition. Maybe. Okay. So, what the hell? How far are you? The hill's west from you. So it was going here. Well, anyways. But I see nothing there. Yet. But yeah, let's kill some orcs, I suppose. So, same lineup, maybe? Well, actually, let's bring this new guy. Let's equip him. Give him some heavy armor to start with, and we'll see how that works out. Fatigue-wise. Give him a goblin pike. And a dagger. Okay, that's too heavy at the moment. So yeah, we'll probably go with Battleforged, but... It's an option to go nimble as well. I don't think it's a good idea to get flexible. Not for someone like this. Anyways, I'll lower his weight. Alright, and stick him in the back line, of course. let's leave out Fahad for this. So yeah, do we have... Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3. 3 people to convert. So despite the conversion event happening recently, might be that we don't have enough time. Well, we probably don't have enough time to convert all of them, but will we find necrosavants for once that we can deal with? Who knows? Maybe. In any case, 13 orc young. I'll just let them actually advance on us. That makes it easier. We'll hold steady for stun immunity, I guess. Well, sure. Let's advance like 1 tile as well. Something like that. Or maybe even slightly more than 1 tile. Oh yeah, and Ludger is in the lineup, and that's a slight mistake, because I don't want him getting experience. Well, it's fine, it's... As far as mistakes go, that's the lowest level of mistakes, if you can even call it that. Those are some nice stun attempts there. This is actually a pretty good parry weapon. Not parry. Riposte weapon. But I never did take Engage for Ludger. Easy. Couple of levels. Okay, so the new guy, Leonhard, level 3. Oh, well, yeah, with one star only in that melee defense, this is potentially not fantastic. Oh well, we'll still build him like I want. So no melee skill here. We'll take the hit point and the fatigue roll this time. Okay, there we go, +3. Melee defense. More fat. More hit points. The resolve also needs to be a little bit higher, but that will eventually get fixed by his conversion. But I will take some +4 rolls, definitely. So go ahead and take one with the shield. I'm not going to give him a shield yet, and also give him Steel Brow. And I guess we do go with heavy armor, so let's mark these in green. Horik, level 10. +3, and hit points or resolve. Resolve-wise, he's doing fine, though. I guess I could give him Inspiring Presence if I really wanted to go along with the resolve. What else are the options? There aren't that many good ones, necessarily. So he gets one more perk point after this. I don't think I'll get Formidable Approach. It might be okay occasionally, but I don't plan on getting in melee range often, not willingly. Executioner is alright. So yeah, he has one candle for +5 resolve. I don't think I'll get that Inspiring Presence though, so it might occasionally be something that's valuable, but it won't even work for everyone. It will work for some people, like... let's see. Dieter, if I go ahead and take this +4 roll here though. It's on the cusp. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Rush of Battle is kind of similar to Formidable Approach, is that I don't usually want to get next to an enemy necessarily, though I can do that on occasion because I've been building up melee defense and he does... Oh, never mind. This is not the guy I was thinking of. Never mind. He doesn't have that perk. But yeah, probably not to these. So rotation is an option. Vigorous Assault is an option. So with Vigorous Assault I could advance 2 tiles and still attack despite not being next to an ally. But that won't often be the case though. I don't know, I think I'll actually go for the Inspiring Presence and we'll get this +4 roll for Resolve, and then I can just forget that it exists for the most part, but it will passively provide us some bonuses. And since he's incentivized to stay near allies anyway for leverage, that works decently well, I'd say. As long as I get this +4 Resolve here. For 71, and I can also give him a Nacho Necklace. I seem to remember us having too many of those at one point, and now I don't. Well, I can craft more, I guess, and I can craft some other things like Alp Trophies. Didn't those grant plus Resolve? Hexen Trophies do. Sure, let's give him those things. So Inspiring Presence. +4 here, +3 here, and +3 here. And we'll see what the last one is. So could be Executioner, could be Rotation, could be Colossus, could even be Fast Adaptation. Maybe. In some fights that will be pretty nice. And let's also give him a Nacho Trophy from someone. Someone who already has decent resolve. Also, speaking of resolve, I guess if Gerhard is mostly sitting out, he shouldn't be using this Sergeant's Sash while he's traumatized. So that should instead go for Helmer. Yeah, let's do it like that. Poor Gerhard. Also, he's only getting +5 from this. So Helmer it is for +9. What the hell? Oh yeah, that's because Inspiring Presence is, for some reason, 10% less resolve. Alright, so Horik here gets this. 69. What the? Didn't he just a moment ago have more than that? Am I utterly confused? What's going on? Am I misremembering? I think he had more resolve. What the hell? Oh yeah, that's... Oh, god damn it. Yeah, my brain doesn't work. Inspiring Presence is less resolve. I just said that. Yeah, okay. Well, in that case, that's not necessarily actually good, because he's lower resolve than Geralt, Esvig, Randolph. Same as Dieter. Same as Niels. Okay, I may have made a mistake. But I can improve his resolve. There are ways. Anyways, I'm slow. Sometimes I do be slow. Alright, so yeah, let's look for the... I'll leave this camp for now. We might deal with it, or we might not, while we're here. For now though, where is the Barbarian King? The King of the North. Chillwind Flatlands. We still have food. It seems. Camp of the Ancestors. Once again, one of these very nasty barbarian camps that I shouldn't attempt. Though you can, yes, you can net unholds in Hardened. Don't know if they reverted that in Reforged. I would imagine they didn't, so that's purely a Hardened thing. But yeah, 20, potentially 20 plus chosen. That's nasty. Probably winnable, yes, but worth necessarily not. There's the Barbarian King. So there's a champion, there's several reavers, there's a few chosen. Barbarian King, Armored Unhold, and a few others. Well, it's not the toughest fight, but I will use the top lineup. Is Sven here in the top lineup? He might be. Fahad is definitely in though, so let's leave out Mainolf. Let's leave out Alvar for the gunner, and that's probably it. Friduhelm into the front line. Also, do I want Randolph on the flank? Let's leave Ludger there. So something like this. Let's not use any nets, probably. If I had a net specialist, then I probably would. But yeah, we should be fine in this fight, I would say. If they want to combine forces against undead, I will decline. I'll just fight them. There is no such option here. Okay, so we will get a famed barbarian weapon out of this. Let's also take a look at the barbarian king himself. Oh, he has family pride. Well, makes sense. Menacing, formidable approach, feral rage. I believe this has been changed, but I'm on an old version. Exude confidence, cleaver mastery, berserk, adrenaline, pathfinder, sanguinary, survival instinct, vigorous assault. And here is Grimner Battleborn. So we'll probably use the adrenaline blitzkrieg straight away, but I'll hold off for now. There might be a case for using it next round instead. Okay, supposedly it's good to keep the decisive, or get it going rather, so let's not wait with him. Rotation. Yeah, I suppose we'll use the blitzkrieg straight away. Someone like Geralt is kind of vulnerable against Chosen. Even Reavers to an extent. Okay, just get rid of the dog. Hold the flank. Move in. Okay, so am I feeling confident in Dieter going this far? Let's just move against this guy. Good work. Unnecessary probably to disarm him. Are we getting anyone else here? Maybe the Barbarian King actually. So let's wait. Friduhelm. I want him in Blitzkrieg range. Was this in Blitzkrieg range? It seems like it is. Range of 4 tiles, right? Should be. Unless I'm mistaken. I am not mistaken. Well, advance. Okay, Gunner. Probably here. Stay close to Fahad. And probably just make this shot. Alright, and Horik, just move in with your Blitzkrieg. Highest chance, does land. Alright. Barbarian King is still there. Well, I'll disarm this guy, I guess, and we can maybe leave him alive for now. Alright. So So yes, decisive. Do I trust in Sven enough to move here? I think I can trust him enough. Probably. 52 melee defense. Pattern recognition. Bone plating, decent armor, nimble. And we have the Blitzkrieg advantage. So sure, go for it. Stay close to Fahad. Though he already does have enough allies there. But still, stay there, I think. Esvig waits. Alright, stun time maybe. He might also get stunned. I am going to use the hold steady, but he's now, it seems, too far away. He's shot now. What was the chance to land on the Barbarian King? 76. Okay, this can be dealt with by these two. Let's go for this one, though that's a pretty low chance. Oh well. Does land eventually. Do that. Stop working on him. Wait. Hold steady. Geralt waits, I think. No reason to... Well, there's kind of a reason to activate Berserk to kill this guy. He needs to go eventually. That would also clear room for the Barbarian King to move. Well, actually no, unless someone steps there. Well, anyways, wait. You can wait since this guy is disarmed. Okay, so Friduhelm against Barbarian King. Do I trust in Friduhelm enough? 50 melee defense, underdog. Man of Steel. And the Barbarian King only attacks once with this weapon, right? Six AP, so should be. Well, he also gets the 25% damage reduction. 95! Please stop yelling. Staggered. Punched. I do want to try those nasty barbarian camps at some point in the run. Despite it not necessarily being a good idea. But probably won't be time for a while yet, sadly. In any case, Randulf. Using the Whirling Stance from Whirling Death is... Well, it's a good ability, but it does kind of delay things if you want to advance. So unless the enemy is coming to you... I guess I could have waited for the enemy to come to us here. Anyways, do I feel confident enough to go there? Probably actually not. I mean, it might be fine. It might be fine. This guy is using a blunt cleaver. This guy will be dead. It's probably actually fine. Yeah, sure. Go for it. And Esvig... So I could use the voice of Davkul, but does that even help us currently? Maybe a little bit? Also rotate in. That's not really something that I necessarily want to do at the moment. I'll use this for once. So we get to use it at least once before Esvig perishes. Alright, well there we go. Goodbye. This guy is going to use adrenaline if he's alive. Will he be alive? It seems he will be. Too bad. There's also Chosen, probably going for Fahad. Well, Fahad can take a hit. He can. Here comes the potential pain. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Getting stunned there is fine. There we go. Wasn't too bad. Unstoppable is working for us, so I should be able to attack twice after moving. So go for these or go for these. I guess these. Highest chance. Attack again. The next highest. Nice try, buddy. I'll clear this, I guess. And also, actually, yeah, let's make room for Geralt. Okay, Adelma. Let's see, can I... Well, that's 2 targets. How about if I take aim? 3 there. It's 2. Randolph. .22 punch lands. So if I want 2 attacks, I guess I need to move next to Fahad. Can anyone else do that? Helmer. I'll just wait with Esbig, I guess, and we'll see. You don't want this guy leaving. Move here. Stun, try here. No. Well, we are potentially getting hit again on Fahad. King misses. The king is dead. Long live the king. It does open up some possibilities for builds, now that I have the voice of Davkul, I guess. I can go for heavier fatigue. Heavier fatigue damage things, even without having something like battle flow or finesse, maybe. As long as I delegate Esvik for that duty. Oh, I don't have the 3 allies. Whoopsie daisy. I guess I for some reason thought that Ludger was next to Fahad. He is not. Oh well, too bad. In any case... So I could use this again. Okay, don't see much else. Unless I go for, I don't know, damage somewhere. Yeah, it does help keep Friduhelm going for a lot longer. Shatter hits Fahad 33. And hits Geralt 41. Well, that's part of the reason something like this happening is why I've been skipping those nasty barbarian camps. There we are. It seems that they are done with this. Well, sorry, Niels. Okay, we do get to deal with the unhold. Alright, go for it. There we go. Geralt levels. And we get this weapon. It's not really good. Not too bad. There we are. So Geralt is now level 15. Finally reaches base 30 melee defense, which is 25 due to being cocky. Okay, and let's also take hit points, I suppose. Alright, and while we're here, I will scout this area here. What am I expecting to find that we can deal with? Maybe something like this. In any case, let's go to Thunderstead. Since I do have to turn it in mod for essentially the same functionality as is standard in Legends. Duke Alaric von Grimund takes the Barbarian King's head and rolls it out of the sack. It tumbles freely, knocking over a tray of goblets which go scattering and clattering about. Even in death, the savage is a purveyor of chaos. Thank you, Sellsword, your employer says, nodding to himself as he rights the head and tilts it onto the flap of neck. He's an ugly mutt, isn't he? Look at those teeth. Look at them. There's holes in those teeth. Absolutely disgusting. You tell the man to pay you and he does so as agreed. But he keeps shaking his head and he bares his own teeth and mimics picking at them. How do you clean teeth like that? With a rope? Shrugging, you head out the door, not bothering to tell Duke Alaric von Grimund that the first thing your man did to that godforsaken head is knife the gold out of its mouth. Well deserved. So over here, what do we have? I don't think, unless I find like a promised potential background, getting any new recruits or a cultist. Let's get some tools. And do I want to head to Lugnstead again to sell, or do we sell here? So we probably want to go south again, get an indebted.
Ever considered putting down your sword and settling down? Mercenaries tend to have rather short lives. Me neighbor Hustle went to Hammerden about a week ago. Haven't heard a word of him since. I just hope nothing happened to him, you know. with them brigands and monsters and all roaming about. Want some soup? I got beef and potatoes in there. No spices though. Ran out of them on account of the war.
Thank you for the offer. What are these? Find Forsaken Vault. And Thievery. So we could find the Forsaken Vault and maybe deal with that. Let's sell things here and perhaps do that contract. Also, my food is about to spoil. Partly, at least. To be safe, I'll get the expensive food, I suppose. We can definitely afford it. Do I want to get rid of that armor? Actually, maybe not. We'll see. So many butcher's aprons. If I ever get a thrower again, I can go and get those heavy throwing javelins and axes. Okay, I'll go ahead and sell this chilling iron warper. We have a better one. And even that I am not using. So many beast parts that I'm holding on to. I'll sell this unhold heart. Is that it for this place for now? Maybe. Alright, let's find your location. We are paying 300 per day now. I could, I guess, get the paymaster if I really wanted to eventually, but I believe we don't even have the requirements met, because we need 500 daily expenses to actually be able to get that. So I guess we'll go with these. I'll still keep the recruiter, I guess. Frostfold. So this should be an undead location. Can we deal with that? So it's maybe in the forest? Yes. Alright, well, it's actually a semi-nasty one, but I will take this on. Several ghasts, lots of fallen soldiers, several fallen heroes, so we'll get plenty of injuries here, sadly. Due to the stupid mace perks. And I do want to use my top lineup. If there were even one necromancer, this would be maybe beyond us, maybe. So, yes. So there are ghasts. Do I need Gerhard? I might need him, actually. So we could sit out maybe Sven for this. Kind of makes sense to switch the banner for Helmer now, actually. Helmer has far more resolve. He also has the rally and inspiring presence. I could even give Gerhard like a one-handed weapon so he gets a fatigue discount. Just for this battle. So yeah, this will hurt, this battle, but actually the terrain might help us a bit. Despite our nice resolves, the ghasts will cause problems. Also, Ludger, if he's in, he shouldn't be on the flank. Hmm. So let's put him in the middle, I guess. He can still deal some damage and dodge or take some blows. Alright. It's mostly the fallen heroes and the ghasts that I'm worried about here, but even the soldiers can deal damage. Or at least cause those injuries. Oh, there's actually a famed weapon here on a fallen hero. Marvelous Cataclysm. So this is champion without being named. Okay. Is that an oversight or intentional? Alright, so I believe we'll advance one tile or hold where we are. 38 enemies, by the way. This will be nasty. Quite the nasty one. Honestly, we might have casualties here. This one blocks movement, but not sight, so I might position the gunner here. Maybe. Though he can't shoot past the tree. Should be able to shoot like this, though. I'll advance one tile there. We have one person who can stun, potentially. Spear volume would help. I am worried. Oh well. If we cannot deal with an undead camp like this, then too bad. Go ahead and advance one tile. At least we have some damage, if nothing else. I also want to think about where to put Helmer. For the tactician as well as the inspiring presence. Probably just here or one tile further. I don't know. Something like that. So this flank is potentially going to be more difficult. There's the champion there. And maybe my damage is... I don't know. Is it true? Is my damage mostly here? Not necessarily true. I have the axe and Fahad here. Randolph as well, but... I don't know. That's not really a fantastic weapon against armor. Anyways. I think we'll go ahead and advance one tile. There's the ghasts. I am worried. I am worried. Okay, so if I move here, let's see. I can shoot there, I can shoot here. Yeah, that should be good. So just one direction is blocked. And this will be a nice AoE fight. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and advance the one tile. I do want 3 allies for Fahad though, so how do I do that? I should have left Esvik there, so he can just use the Prophet of Davkul and rotate others? I don't know. How to do this? There's also some obstacles which I could have used more, I guess. We could have retreated into like somewhere here. Well, I'll go with what we are doing here. But I could have done that. Guess I can use the not the inspiring presence, but Helmer. So move here, and then we'll have 3 allies. So Helmer there. That's not fantastic though, because that's not inspiring presence for everyone. But if I want the tactician abilities for everyone, then he needs to stay in the middle. For now, wait. You advance 1 tile. Gerhard waits. You advance 1. Oh, how did you get that far? 8 action points. Well. Oh, the fallen heroes have 1 more action point than the soldiers. We need to get someone next to this fallen hero, actually. The champion fallen hero. I guess it's actually Eswig, probably, who goes for it in that case. Otherwise, he just moves in here and smacks us. Welp. At least on this flank, nothing like that is happening. The camp scaling is no joke in Hardened. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. .92 melee skill plus formidable approach, so we definitely want someone there. Yeah, it's probably Eswig. And then we move Fahad, I don't know where. We'll see. So this is already not going that well. Well, Fahad here, I suppose. So if I move there, I'm out of Neil's range. For tactician, but I don't know. It's better overall, I guess. I could also use Fahad there, but then he has like 1 tile to attack. Okay, don't use anything yet. Start shooting here. I could take aim, I guess I will. We'll probably actually run out of ammunition in this fight. At least we have some. Should maybe have even 1 more ammunition. Alright, so... we also have the encourage ability on Gerhard, right? Yes, so that might be better than rallying in some situations. We want him here, I guess. 73 resolve. That is actually lower than what Peter has. So we are just inspiring Friduhelm unless I move there. That might be a bit too far. We are bound to get flanked in this battle. There's too many of them. So we'll see how this goes. We shall see. So that's 3 allies for Horik as well. Okay, I could also use Randolph here. I don't think I want to use him though. But if I... then again, if I move Eswig there... But no, god damn it. This is... Maybe I should just let him advance on us. That's weird, but... If I just send 1 person out to meet him... Then he gets annihilated, that 1 person. Unless I use Fahad as well. I guess I could use Fahad as well. And Eswig makes sense because he has the bone plating. So I suppose we are moving Randolph after Eswig. Or maybe here? Well, for now he waits. I am concerned. Oh, there's so many that some of them spawned on top there. Beasts are also coming in. Alright, well, like I said, Esvik does go in, and if he does get hit, then hopefully it's a body shot. And I don't know, will we use Voice of Davkul after waiting or not? Probably not. So yeah, we need Fahad to handle that. So he moves where Randolph is now. Okay, so I could attack. If I'd like. I do have a famed weapon at least, and duelist. So I guess let's attack now, since I won't be needing the Voice of Davkul just yet. Yeah, one attack. And just end there. Might get knocked away, actually. That's a possible... Well, no, he won't use Shatter, so he won't. Does he have anything else? Full of Force, goddammit, that's nasty. That is very nasty. So he'll use... he'll get more damage out of attacking just once. Well, that's too bad. That's too bad. Is there a scenario in which I'll use rotation? Maybe. So I will wait, I guess. Okay, we start with Onslaught, I guess. We'll use Hold Steady. And actually, now that I think about it, do I absolutely want... Oh, no. Not necessarily do I need that on Niels. Blitzkrieg is, for the most part, going to be unnecessary in this battle, so we'll be using Rally. There's only 2 Geists here so far, so most of them will be north. So if I use Onslaught now, I can move 1 tile for Inspiring Presence reasons. I might also need Helmer actually here, so we can't necessarily rely on the traumatized Gerhard. Anyways, we'll begin with that and wait. And I suppose I wait here as well, or I just take aim again. It's a pretty nice shot when there's actually enemies there. Okay, here we go. We do get hit, and it is a body shot at least, so that gets absorbed. Friduhelm is already wavering. There's so many of them, of course, they have to go the long way around. I might have screwed up the positioning here. Definitely possible. Also, this one needs to go ASAP. With the mace. We don't want those injuries. There might be too many of them. There might be too many. Alright, well, Randolph, you move here. Yeah, I foresee a lot of problems in this fight. Go for a stun there, that helps a lot. I should have moved there. Well, we can still do that next round, can we? Yes. Alright, so if I move Helmer there, I'm blocking Fahad. Be nice to get Helmer where Fahad is currently. For inspiring presence, of course. Yeah, I can't rely on Esvik being able to stay alive there against this. So I guess we stay where we are. Unless I move here so that Ludger gets inspired for next round. That's a lot of fallen heroes here. It's 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. It seems on the northern flank. Well, we'll see how Geralt performs. If he gets hit a couple of times, he might even essentially be out of the fight, though. In a way, there is an argument to be made to move here. Get inspiring presence for 2 people. And we just have to rely on Esvik staying alive for a bit. Maybe I should have given him a shield for this fight. Kind of too late now. And then he can rotate. Yeah, let's actually do that. So I don't waste Helmer's turn and we have a better chance with Geralt. So we'll try to deal with these ones first and then rotate with someone. Not sure if correct, but it's a choice I've made. We also have the Vanquisher ability on the Cleavers, but we'll have to see if that's actually reasonable to use. Try to deal with this one here. Let's weaken both of them. So maybe I should have attacked twice here. Yeah, maybe. Because I could have perhaps activated Berserk. Okay, here we encourage. Do we do anything else? Probably not. I could even use Spear Wall with Gerhard, but that seems unreasonable. 24 fatigue. Risking a lot by doing that. I think we just try to rely on Nils' shield and mace, so we try to move him here next round. That also means we don't get hit by one of these, potentially. So Gerhard, probably hold where you are. You also have Berserk for Esvig. I don't know. Alright, Edelmar. If I take aim there, I can shoot there. I think we just do this. So that is 5 targets. It's a kill. I could now take aim. We are currently getting 4 targets. Was I worried for nothing? Let's not celebrate yet. I don't know, it's a bit difficult actually for me to determine just what I'm hitting with this thing, since I haven't used guns in a while. I think we just probably go for this again, so we conserve fatigue. There we are. Do nothing else. So yeah, I could rotate there, but we're essentially guaranteed to get hit on Geralt, which would wreck his armor. Esvig's armor is getting wrecked if he gets hit though. I don't know. For now, don't rotate. So if I kill this, then that's a good thing, but I also get inspired. If I don't. Right? Yes, just barely. I don't know, I think it's still worth. So I'm not exactly sure, but these, if they're going to rise up, shouldn't that then again trigger the Inspiring Presence? If that's going to happen? Or does the Inspiring Presence trigger first? Anyways, here come the Ghasts, so that's going to be another problem. Potentially huge problem. Okay, almost got rid of one fallen hero. Left at 10 hit points. Well... close, but no cigar. Yeah, this flank will definitely need some help. Alright, so do I want to step there? If I start moving away, then I mess with my line, and also I mess with the leverage bonuses. And once they start rising up, then we'll be all over the place. So I think I don't want to step there. So you wait. And by necessity, Horik also waits. Does lose the unstoppable, sadly. If I do so. Yeah, I don't want to move there. That's too dangerous at the moment. Now we hold steady. Do I want to back up plan for any reason? Probably not yet. Not sure what I would use it for though. Since he doesn't have a rotation or anything like that. He can't attack after using backup plan, so I guess he holds where he is. Alright, and as I said, Niels move away. Potentially getting hit on this from this Morningstar here, which will suck. For Frido Helm. That's going to be an injury. It's always an injury, sadly. But you move there. I could also cover ally. I think it's far more valuable to go for the stun or something on these once they arrive. And once again we lose the second wind since there's no target here, but worth I think in this situation. Alright, so Geralt is inspired. Acts in 4. Both of these targets I definitely want to get rid of. 68 to 105. So I do have the double strike. So if I get a body shot there, is that enough after double strike? I don't know. Just do this, not think about it too much. And then we kill this, and since we are inspired, I can move or wait after doing that. And there's also the possibility, of course, of missing the 95. Anyways, Adelmar reloads and waits. Alright. And we did miss a 95, god damn it. Well, we can still do the disarm. So if I rotate here, I can disarm the fallen hero. Can I disarm them? Seems I can. Well, let's hope we don't get hit there. I don't. That's lucky. I'll take the luck. Yeah, maybe I need to go for those disarms there. Well, actually lower the combat speed so I can see better what's going on. This is going to take a while, this battle, of course. Anyways. Voice of Davkul. Funnily enough, it seems I can actually use this twice. It doesn't say anything about it not being usable twice. So that will eventually help at least Fridu Helm. Maybe some others as well. In any case, I don't want to attack here. Yeah, we're going to... Yeah, let's go for the rotation. Yes, that's what I was going to go for. So we'll go for the disarm. Hopefully that works. If it doesn't work, then we might be getting hit. And that's not a fun time. Also attack. Did I have battle flow for you? No. It also helps Randolph a lot, actually, to use this. Guess I probably use it at the end of the round. Keep it as an option. Yeah, this northern flank looks very terrifying. I'm not sure we can handle all of these ghasts. So we'll need probably Helmer there, but then this flank is on its own resolve-wise, kind of. I think this needs to go first, but this fallen hero is also horrifying, of course. We might also want to start using the Vanquisher ability pretty soon here. We'll try to stun this one. Yeah, that is what will happen. For this one here. Nice. We probably want to free Ludger to handle the flankers. So if I use the Vanquisher, yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe I should still wait for more of them to arrive before I use that. Go for this one. Okay, Niels. 67. Okay, gets it. That's once again a bit lucky. I'll take it. Encourage him. And then do nothing else. We'll need to rally next round. That's essentially guaranteed. And of course, when you have 73 resolve, it's not going to be that good of a rally. So I am going to need the banner here, I believe. Well, yes, Helmer. So hopefully we can handle 2 ghasts on this flank. The encourage ability should come in handy as long as no one starts fleeing. Of course it doesn't work if someone flees. Probably just hold there. And like I said, we'll use Ludger here probably. Does make Adelmar a bit vulnerable if one of them gets through there, but I should have enough damage to handle that. Also, one rotation I can actually do is rotate Fahad, and he can go for a Ghaist and also the Champion. Potentially worth. He's taking a lot of fatigue for rotations though. I could have definitely positioned better at the start of the fight. Anyways, Gerhard. Yeah, I think we'll just hold still. Keep your fatigue. I mean, what is the other option? To try to spear wall, maybe. It's unnecessary to even do that yet. So, yeah, there's nothing else you can do. Do nothing else. Go away. Go away. Thank you, and let's not use this. And actually, with this situation... I guess I take aim. I've been more efficient here than I thought I would have been. Well, that's a good thing. And Geralt, disarm please. It's a 95. Yeah, maybe that's how you're meant to handle these fights. Disarming. It is a expensive move though. Okay, so let's not Voice of Davkul yet. Or actually, let's not rotate yet. Well, it's one or the other. Well, I can do both. I can do both. So the question is, do I want to go for a Geist now? Well, next round. Not sure, not sure. So we are confident on this flank, and actually confident here now as well, apart from the traumatized Ludger. Just use the Voice of Davkul now, I think. Won't help all of us, though. It's kind of unnecessary at this point, to an extent. A little bit unnecessary. So the other option would be to just attack. Twice, I guess. So how much is that? 6. Yeah, I'll attack, I think. It's a bit of help. Alright. So now I actually don't want to kill these too early, because of the fallen heroes coming in. And I'll actually, yeah, Fahad is the damage here. Might want to use Horik there as well. Anyways, this shouldn't kill. Go ahead and do that. Also, did this run out? Oh, god damn it. It did. It did run out. Well, that's a mistake. I do be full of them. Okay, let's see who starts fleeing. One resolve level down. Geists. At least some of them are moving. So they are removing confidence from us. That's not that bad. As long as no one starts fleeing. Is any of them waiting? Yes, this one is, but it cannot scream. Same in there. Like I said, if I kill this one now, then that's not necessarily a good thing. I can bolster Esvik. Or I wait to be able to attack a fallen hero twice. I think I wait. Alright, and Ludger, now that you have a chance, move away from this spot, I suppose. I could even move here, but I think the northern flank is the more terrifying one. Most likely the case. So move like here and we'll perhaps get a target to attack. Probably will. Could move even further, but I definitely don't want to do that. Not with someone like him who's at 41 resolve. Okay, so I think at this point we don't use Blitzkrieg. So we need to save our fat for rallying purposes. So for now I wait. Some of us will be getting to lower initiative than these though. Friduhelm already is, for example. I mean, I guess most of us actually will be. Well, in any case, it's probably best to save that for later. Encourage. Fails. Well, I can try to rally. It's not going to be a fantastic rally, but I don't know. It only hits Friduhelm. I probably don't have encourage for you. Yeah, I don't. We'll wait and potentially rally later. And once again, the second wind is wasted. Unless I want to move in on them at this point. Go for this one. Try to deal with the ghasts. The lineup gets messed with though if I do so, like I've said. I think we try to just out-rally, out-resolve the ghasts. Not sure if correct, but I don't know. Should have maybe like a whip here. Yeah, actually deter with a whip, maybe. This is such a nice weapon for damage reasons though, so I don't know. I don't know if that's correct. It would be such a different story if Gerhard were not traumatized. I could rely on him in that case. So if I move in, I get one more attack. I lose the leverage for Horik. He's about to lose his unstoppable again, by the way, and he's also decisive. Maybe I should move in. It gets very messy, though, if I do so. Very, very messy. So I won't. So once again, we lose decisive unstoppable. In hindsight, should have had him maybe where Gerhard is now. I don't know. There's upsides and downsides to both of those. If I move here and attack, is that a good move? Thing is, someone will be to target there twice anyway, so I'll just accept that. Niels waits and tries to stun one of these, probably this one, who is quite likely going to actually hit Niels. Oh well, too bad. It's going to hurt. If Niels dies, then too bad, too bad. And you wait. Oh, went for Ludger actually. Okay, well there we are. It's going semi-well so far. We are definitely not out of the woods. 31 enemies left here. And we shoot here. Uh-oh. Randolph is getting surrounded. And we can't even bearded blade here unless I do the Voice of Davkul. I am going to do it, but I think it's better to attack. Might want to actually rotate back in there, I don't know. Not sure about that. So how much is this? 19. So we'll have 15. But I can attack twice, right? If I Voice of Davkul? Yes, so I think that's better. Overwhelm times 3, though. Yeah, actually, I didn't take into account that the fallen soldiers also have overwhelm. That's kind of ridiculous. When there's this many of them. Punishing those heavy armors. Anyways, I think we just accept that we might be getting hit. So we go for damage. Alright, Fridu Helm. It's also overwhelmed times 1. Get rid of this one. Good. Start working on that. Alright. And now we can start working on all of this stuff. So that's a Berserk activation if I leave it for Eswig. I'll still do that though. So we're going to use the Voice of Davkul, yes. And that was 6, right? These need to go. I guess I'll start working on that. Alright, do I dare step 1 forward? Probably not. Probably no point. No good point. You just hold there. Okay, so Blitzkrieg, or I just reposition. I could position here. It's inspiring presence for Dieter, and also close to the others for rallying reasons. And we might use Blitzkrieg at some point, but I don't know if I can afford it. But yeah, when they have that overwhelm, maybe it is something I need to do at some point. Because if I move here, I'm doing nothing else. So what are my other chances, or options rather? Just attack once with this weapon, or use the Blitzkrieg. Not sure, not sure. So if I use the Blitzkrieg now, I am obviously getting very fatigued. What is your initiative? It's high. Still okay for Eswig for a little bit. Not long though. Yeah, I think if we use the Blitzkrieg, it should be later. If I leave this spot, I lose the Inspiring Presence for Geralt. And also for Eswig. So next round, if I need to rally, I can move here to rally. Just being the banner range more might be worth though. Might be more worth. And I should be in Blitzkrieg range of everyone later on from here, right? It's also potentially very good for Horik, for leverage. So I've been neglecting the Unstoppable plus action points, but eventually, maybe, he can attack 3 times. Can he? Actually, probably not. Yeah, unless he also gets inspired. But I think I will move there, yeah. Which means doing nothing else, sadly. Right, and Gerhard also does nothing else, just holds this tiny spot. I guess he could spear wall, but that would again be next round instead if so, and he'll have other things to do. There's no command that's good either. So kind of weirdly does nothing again. Yeah, we target, well, one of them. Which one? Does it matter? Let's go for this one. Alright, and at this point I guess I will use the gain ground. Yeah. That's damage reduction. We don't need the leverage bonus there. What the hell? Why did... What? Why did we not get the damage reduction? When you step on a corpse that was created this round, take 25% less damage and become immune to displacement. Is that a bug or am I missing something? Why is it not here? Well, it's not. It is not. Oh, was the corpse moved here? I don't know. There's a corpse there, yes. Well, anyway. Or was it... Oh, it's here, right? Oh. Well, that's disappointing. Anyways, that opens up the possibility actually of moving Horik there, in which case the scenario that I spoke of can actually manifest, and I might actually want to do that for bolstering reasons as well. So he should... can he still attack twice if I move there? He should be, right? He'll get a discount of 4, so 2 plus 6 is 8. Okay, never mind, he can't. We might do it at some point, though. For now, do that. And here we stun again. This one? Oh, are you resilient? Yes. Oh, whoopsie daisy. Well, we go for this. That's a mistake. Again. Why am I full of them? Alright. Could also try to move here just to get rid of a Geist. Might be worth. Riduhelm would like to have some fatigue. Niels as well. Gunner soon. Horik soon. Randolph soon-ish. So yeah, one thing that I missed, which is, I guess, another mistake again, is that now that I don't have 3 allies for Fahad, I guess we need to move the gunner there now. Or something. Yeah, also I've blocked the gunner's line of fire there. Well, yeah, I'm a bit of a doofus. But we can fix things, surely. Can also maybe kill this one. I mean, that's worth, right? Yes, and now I can go and attack or use the Voice of Davkul. If I attack from here, at least I cannot be hit by this, unless the corpse pushes me there, which might happen. Okay, 1 Geist down. Do nothing else. And actually, yeah, since I didn't use the Prophet of Davkul, I can't attack them. Well, that's fine. Make my choice. And I was pushed there. Well, that was to be expected. Randolph actually acts before the Geists, which is kind of hilarious. Also, yeah, he wants to do this. God damn it. Why do I make so many mistakes when it matters? Instantly fleeing. And fleeing. And did one of them end up waiting? This one, yeah. Well, that's why I have 2 rallies. That also helps. You go for it despite your breaking state. God damn it. Okay, rally. Encourage, do nothing else, I guess. We need the rally from Helmer to work, otherwise this is falling apart. Yeah, you do nothing else. Do I wait for an ally with Fahad? I guess I do. I want that 2 attacks. So that's going to be Adelmar. Oh dear. Unless I move like here, but then I can't have... Well, I don't have any targets. Okay, we need to rally. Do I also move? Maybe. Maybe I need to move. Alright, wavering. Yeah, do nothing else. You move here as discussed. Can still fire, but can I fire in a good direction? Should I wait, perhaps? Is there any point in waiting? I get 2 targets here. We're about to be annihilated. On Geralt. It's about to happen. Yeah. 1 hit. And that's the result. Jesus. Anyways, this flank is cased free. I suppose now we use the voice of Davkul. Let's not even think about it, let's just do it. Okay, that rotation actually helps us, thanks. $55 miss also helps. Well, that doesn't help. Oh dear. Why is everything so difficult? These camps are insane. Just insane. Okay, immune to stun. Attack the Geist, I suppose. Yeah. We need the Geist to go. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so that can be used for Vanquisher. If I do so, though, I lose the Inspiring Presence. So let's not. Alright, Fahad, you need to do things. Also, yes, once again I'm a doofus. I actually have 2 allies, not 3. What the hell am I thinking? Guess we might use Horik here. We need this in this formidable approach to go away. Can also use the dog. The dog will leave. So what happens when Geralt dies? We get absolutely wrecked is what happens. This fight. So if I use the dog to get the leverage bonus for next round, I don't know. I suppose I don't care if a dog dies. It's better that way. At least it gets to do something. So we go for this. Okay, try to get this. Okay, that helps. But now we have a dislocated shoulder as well, so... And I can't get to rotation range, and also Esbik has the same issue, and he will probably die as well. So there goes my prophet. Perhaps. Yeah. Yeah, so my only hope is to Bearded Blade, I guess. Which, yeah. We are also minus 52 initiative, so essentially we can say goodbye to Geralt. After which, we collapse to an extent. Well, we knew Geralt is dying at some point, but this is not the right time for it. Oh well. Esbik dying is terrible as well. 1 case down. Okay. Riddlehelm is wavering. Okay, no one's fleeing yet, it seems. Breaking, yeah, but... Also, yeah, 4 enemies next to a duelist. Well, at least I can attack 3 times. I guess we go for headshots on the fallen hero. Never mind, I can't, because I'm a doofus. Because, yeah, obviously this is higher. Okay, in addition to this being terribly difficult, I'm just screwing it up as well. Yeah. And never mind about no one fleeing. Can Bolster even rally someone? No. Well, it's on the rallies again. Can't attack twice if I move there. Rally. Does not hit Ludger. Can do nothing else really. Just hold there. And you also rally. Fails everyone. I don't know, Hardened might be too much for me. I might be just not good enough. This is morally devastating. Anyways, you need to go away. Thank you. You need to go away. You are not away yet. The thing is, Till the Warhound will probably leave this spot. Well, he will leave, but will he move on this tile? Probably not, in which case I can't attack twice again. Oh dear, there's also a Fallen Hero with 6 hit points coming in, potentially hitting Dieter. This guy needs to go away more than... Okay. Just okay. I think Edelmar needs to move away here, because Geralt is about to be dead, and Esbik might be about to be dead. After which... he will be dead. Oh dear. Still 23 enemies. I'm not sure we can do this, but we can't really flee either, so we just go down. I've been skipping so many fights because I thought we couldn't handle them. Then I take this one because I don't want to skip everything. And then this is what happens. Oh well. Too bad. But what do I do with Edelmar? He does have a wooden stick. He could stun someone. So if I stun like this one, does Esbik have a chance? This Fallen Hero is about to hit him. Theoretically, I can also stun the champion who's about to kill Geralt, unless we get extremely lucky. If I move here, then... I don't know. Will that even help? Can he keep on shooting? So if I wait... This one cannot move past Geralt because he's spending all of his action points thanks to full force. But this one can move there. After which I have to go for the stun, I guess, on it. Edelmar is good, but he's not good enough. He's not as good as Esbik, so I think I move him like here and try to stun this one. We'll try to salvage the situation here, which is perhaps pointless. a futile cause, but I see no other option really. If I want to use the gun, then I would need to be somewhere around here, I suppose. And that is, I suppose, only this spot. And that might not be possible. Well, it will be possible for next round, I guess, still. But yeah, we're about to collapse completely. This would be hard enough without the ghasts, but with all of those ghasts there, it seems not that even the cultist resolve plus my 2 rallies are enough. Now, granted, one of my rally people is traumatized. I don't know. This guy can only attack once though, so I don't know. If I score that lucky stun on it, is that even that good? What I could also do is recover. And then stick around near Fahad, so Fahad can maybe save the day. He's kind of like the only option on this flank. Unless Randolph doesn't get hit by something here, which is... I don't know. I guess it's only this weapon that I'm worried about. This one will not get to do anything. Could also move here and try to stun this one. If I move here, I have the option of rotating at some point, but... okay, I can do it. I can do it. Because of the cultist fatigue recovery. In any case, he's going to act after this. So he might be dead in a moment. So is the way I use Edelmar to try to wooden stick stun without mace mastery against a champion fallen hero. Is that really it? I mean, melee defense is low, yeah. Esvik, not Esvik, Geralt needs to be super lucky here. I would imagine that we don't get such luck. So shooting here, it's... well, these will be gone unless we just fail completely. So I guess the gunning option would be here. Ludger with his 12 action points is going to try to get away. I was probably too optimistic with him. I thought that I could, with all of this and his distance from the ghasts, keep him from fleeing, but apparently not. Evidently not so. You cannot underestimate ghasts in Reforged Hardened. Yeah. Difficult. I mean, we might win this. Maybe. But there will be casualties. That's essentially guaranteed. The question is, where can I put Adomar where he provides the most help for us? And also, am I moving someone else next to Fahad? Like Horik? If Ludger recovers, then he could move here. I don't know. So the options are recover and then try to stun someone who comes here and act as a leverage bonus for Fahad. Move like here, try to stun this one now. Potentially take a blow instead of Randolph. That's like okay. That also keeps Fahad with leverage. Move next to Esvik so he can rotate, but he's going to rotate into danger anyway, so I think we have to kiss him goodbye. So that's the Prophet gone already, if so. I don't think we are quick enough. Unless Esvik... Well, he does have melee defense. Maybe he can dodge. Maybe. Or the final option is to move somewhere around here. And probably not even be able to use the gun much. I guess I could shoot somewhere here with take aim. But if I move there, I can't even reload now. So your melee skill is 67. I mean, it's probably worthwhile to try to stun this one. Probably. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's move in. Switch into that. Stun 77. Does land. Okay. And now, goodbye, Geralt. Yes. Goodbye, Geralt. So we'll also have to deal with that. That at least was a dodge. Okay. Losing Niels is fine as long as we win. Losing Ludger is also fine if we win. Ouchie daisy. Yeah, it looks like Niels will be dead. Well, Esbik is still alive. Can't do the voice of Davkul. Actually can't rotate either. Oh yeah, he doesn't have a... Oh, it's 20... Why is it 24? Is it because of... Why is it 24? It should be lower. Oh, is it because of worn down? Yes, worn down. Okay, that's something I forgot. So I guess he's only attacking something. Once. What were the chances to hit Esbig? Also, he wants to hit this one to get rid of the formidable approach. 86. Yeah. Well, there goes the formidable approach at least, but... Can see the Warhound here. We'll at least delay the fallen hero there. We'll of course have to fight. I already forgot his name, which is kind of funny. Peter, no. Let's see here. If I can find it. Geralt. Hits Geralt for 65. Has killed Geralt. Well, like I said, we knew that was happening at some point. In any case, how do we salvage this situation? Can we salvage it? So I can attack once, it seems. If I recover, can I attack next round? Will you be fleeing? Who knows? We need Niels to stay alive for a little bit. Who is now also severely concussed, dazed, worn down, overwhelmed and wavering. So he can't really stun anyone. Anyways, I guess I recover. Niels attacks for 23 there. Does land it somehow. Okay, and Ludger is being punished. Gets hit by those bomb breaker abilities. Okay, Dieter, please get rid of these guys. Please. Actually go for this one first. And it's a headshot. I could have gone for this, but I wanted to save fatigue. Well then. Okay. Alright, well at least we have a chance with Helmer to rally. Peter is fleeing. Friduhelm is fleeing. Niels is fleeing. Ludger is fleeing. Gerhard is breaking. Yes. This needs to be reapplied. And I can't. Okay. Alright, 2 attacks here. The thing is, once I actually get this as well, we'll try to rally at the start of your turn if you are not engaged in melee. What? Oh, he tries to rally. If not engaged. Anyways, the thing is, if he recovers, he gets less AP as well, so this is so bad. Anyways, you do that and nothing else. And of course, we don't have the 3 allies here. This one about to annihilate Esbig without his head. Okay, go away. Thank you. What a terrible, terrible fight. Oh well. Peter is back. Is Friedhelm back? Yes. Okay, encourage, please. Rally, please. Nothing. Okay. Is there a point in commanding? Kind of, yes. For Dieter. Okay, come on. If I step there, is that even good? Not necessarily. So I guess I attack here. Alright. Once again, I've made horrible decisions. I just don't want to skip every single challenging fight, and maybe I should be. Maybe I should be. Maybe I shouldn't be fighting camps at all. Unless I'm absolutely certain. Anyways, this is a recover. Somehow Esvik dodges. Is there a chance for Esvik? Probably not. But he does have Underdog. Basically nothing else going for him anymore. Oh, there's a dog there. Well, good luck, dog. Alright. So can I get Fahad somewhere where he has 3 allies? Well, I guess it's here. That means I abandon this flank. I suppose that's still better, though. At least we'll have a chance. At least there will be a chance. Will there? I don't know. I think this might be a wipe. Might be a wipe here. Probably is. There's too many ghasts, yeah. And there's... There is Geralt. Back from the dead. Alright, yeah, I'm pretty sure we lose this. Maybe I should have realized that already, but... At least I realize it now. So is there any point in activating this again? It's so costly as well. Just do that. I don't know. Maybe I should have recovered. I have no idea. And everyone's... Well, not quite everyone is fleeing, but people do be fleeing. If this is a wipe, I think I will end the campaign here. We'll just accept defeat. There's a new version of Reforged out anyway. So I'll instead perhaps play that. Okay. So obviously the Fallen Hero Champion. Still coming in, of course. Had I positioned differently at the start of battle, would that have made a difference? If we had like pulled back here? Maybe? I don't know. But yeah, probably just shouldn't have even taken this fight. Just too much. Like, what kind of guard team do you need for these? Guess you need to have some way of dealing with the ghasts. You can't rely on the rallies, not even with 2 persons, so that's just too many ghasts. Unless you have maybe the undead trophy and try to position in the manner in which that person is the one who's mostly targeted by the screams. If I had had a whip for Dieter and had he been on a flank, maybe there would have been a chance. Technically, it's not over yet. Anyways, I think I move here and then we have 3 allies and I don't know, something. Let's wait and see if this champion is a target though. Okay, once again do this. Alright. Actually deal damage with the wooden stick. Or I wait and see if... yeah, let's wait. Let's wait and see if this one will be in stunning range. Maybe it will. Oh, I can use this again. Should I? Maybe. I will. Goes there. Okay. I am demoralized. Niels is about to be dead. Somehow dodges that. Now he's dead. And we're also stunned on Friduhelm. So Dieter, can you save the day? So if I move from this spot, once again, we lose the 3 ally bonus. Somehow we are alive on Esvig. Alright, at this point, do I recover instead of encourage? I think I might. I don't know, this is so costly as well. Well, Ludger is back as well. Well, welcome back, Ludger. Nice to see you. Dog is alive. Okay. So we'll see which one the fallen hero decides to annihilate. I would imagine it's one of the polearms. Maybe even uses Shatter. Can't really try to move, can I? Not really. But yeah. Okay, now we've lost the inspiring presence anyway, but stepping there doesn't really help. So don't. Oh, okay. Edelmar. Edelmar is now next to the hero. Alright. Don't really have, I don't think, time or a reason currently to activate the Whirling Death again, so we do these things. Now we are also about to be hit by Wiederganger Geralt. At least he's only 50 melee skill. Okay. And wouldn't you know it, Ludger is fleeing. Warwick is doing things. Maybe I should have gone for this. Maybe. I don't know. Well, too bad. Heart misses on 95. Alright, how's Friduhelm doing? He's fleeing again. Of course he is. Why would he not be? He's not back. So, yeah. Well, we've done things. Dieter is confident. But yeah, that's too many ghasts. Shouldn't have taken this fight. Get stunned. Yeah, this one will likely die. Is there a point in stunning it? Is there any world in which Esvik survives this? If I provide support with Randolph. I would imagine that it's possible, but super unlikely. I don't know. Do that anyway, so we can at least move with Randolph, maybe. Okay, Fridohelm is back again. He's not encouraged though, is he? No. Maybe if I brought... Well, it probably wouldn't make a big difference, but maybe if I didn't bring Ludger and instead brought the new guy. Would there be a chance? I mean, not by itself, but that would be one step further. In any case, Dieter... Is there like any possibility of winning this fight? The polearms are doing excellently, as is Dieter. Fridohelm is still mostly intact. Probably won't be for long, though. Ludger is about to die, after which we're in deep shit there. We need 3 allies for Fahad, so I guess... For that reason, I should probably go for the Fallen Hero here, instead of trying to move on the Ghasts by himself. I mean... He has 78 resolve, he would just start fleeing anyway. He might be able to get 1 or 2 of them with luck. So I think we just go for this. And then we have 3 allies for Fahad. And once Ludger goes down and Gerhard goes down, we still have 3 allies for Horik. We do that. Okay, you just moved. The dog is coming back. Fridohelm is back. Can he do something? Fallen Hero at 4 hit points. Oh, and Ludger is back again. Well, he did a thing. Could also passing step. Does he want to do that? I mean, there's kind of a point. Also, take a look at all of these injuries. That's what happens with these mazes. Not sure if Hardened has... I mean, there's been some patches that I haven't installed everything. And now there's a new version of Reforged which doesn't work with save games. But I wonder if these have been nerfed by now. I don't know. Because that's yeah, that's kind of insane. So passing step means that they are more likely to target Gerhard, and also he's further away from Ghasts. So I guess I go for it. Even with his 56 melee skill, he can still hit these things. I guess. Did we just get lucky there? Yeah, I don't know. Also, I should have just probably... Yeah, I should have positioned further away from the enemy at the start, and also positioned in a way which would have enabled me to use the Voice of Davkul ability more. So that would have been Esvik's primary job in this battle. Maybe like off-tank a few of them one at a time. 1 or 2 at a time, something like that. So let's treat this as a learning experience. But yeah. Anyways, Randolph. Well, we need to deal with this. What is your base headshot chance? 35. Can I do 2 of these? No. Can I do 1 of these and 1 of these? No. 9 fatigue to activate Whirling Death. 9, 19... So I would need to attack with this after that. This target is still stunned. I guess I activate this now. Oh, there goes Friduham again. Just as I thought, we'd get lucky with that. Anyways, can I kill this before it hits someone? It seems like maybe not, but we still have a chance with Fahad. Okay, well, at this point, whatever. Missing 95s, missing 91s. I don't know. Would those make a difference? Maybe. So, a combination of mistakes, bad play, and... dare I say it, bad luck? We got a bit lucky at the start of the battle. Anyways, once again, rally. Can't do that for long. Nice job. Alright. Yeah, cannot be stunned. Cannot be stunned. I guess I attack with this. Do I? Is there a point? I could just recover. I wonder if it goes for a single target attack and which one it will go for. I don't know, I think I recover. Goes for the shatter and only hits one. Esvik is about to die. Still alive? Still alive? Well, that's just false hope. At the best we can hope for is somehow we win the fight, but Esvik gets only struck down. That's it. This is a 6. Ow. Okay. Well, there goes the champion finally. Once again, if I move, then we lose the 3 allies. But if I want to do anything else with the second wind, then I guess I do move. So, what is the correct choice here? We can reposition Fahad somewhere, but I don't know. Well, he can move where Dieter is currently, but that doesn't really help. Does it? I don't know. I mean, this is pretty close. But yeah, it was a mistake taking this fight, and also, well, I've already talked about everything, probably. Yeah, I should... Maybe the main mistake was just being too trusty of the 2 rallies being enough against and the cultist resolve. Not for everyone, but most of us had decent resolve. So I should have had a plan to deal with the ghasts earlier. And that's, I suppose, the only thing I could have done, realistically, would have been to use a whip on Dieter. Now, realizing this, will I actually remember to do so in my future runs of Reforged in similar situations? I don't know. Because in Legends, usually, in my experience, at this point in the run, especially, ghasts aren't that big of a problem, if at all. Though I suppose there are some situations in which that is incorrect. Anyways, Dieter. So yeah, it's kind of awkward. Dieter and Fahad are both my best damage dealers, so I guess we just accept that Fahad is attacking once for a while. So we move here for Vanquisher, and then we second wind move somewhere. I don't think there's any point in trying to save Esvik. He goes down to like 1 or at most 2 hits. one from this is enough. So either I go for these two here. This one I don't need to go for. This one, however, if I get rid of that one, then Adelmar has a chance. Ludger theoretically could still be saved, which is funny. If we win this and Ludger is alive, then that is kind of hilarious. Honestly, Adelmar and Ludger are worth about the same. Anyways, I do move there and second wind. Here I just recover again. And Friduhelm. Does get that one. Doesn't want to step there. That doesn't really help at all. He never has the opportunity to recover. That's not the reason. But anyways, he's always gets rattled by the ghasts, so he never gets to recover. And thus, without the Prophet of Davkul help, etc., he can... And also he doesn't have battle flow. So he can only... Well, he can only do so much. In any case, this one goes down pretty easily. I can't get there though, so I guess I go for this one. So we abandon Adelmar. If I move on these, does that help? Not necessarily. Randolph can handle these. Can't really handle all of these once Esvik goes down though. I'll go here though. Can't do everything. Welcome back. I was definitely missing you. And instantly fleeing. Actually, no. Now he is. The dog might actually get a kill. In any case, let's see here. 10 fatigue. Attack. Well, we just try to finish this. Does work. Can't do anything else. Terrible fight. Okay, can I still attack twice? Yes, just barely. Do that, and then... You act before, you don't. Of course you don't. You do, though. Try to finish this. Fahad. Where do I position Fahad, is the question. Where on Earth? It seems like getting 3 allies is an impossibility until I free Adelmar. Well, let's try to free Adelmar, I guess. So over here, that also potentially bolsters Ludger. Okay, I guess I try to get this with Ludger, so instead go for this, though I'm headhunting now. Well, both of the targets have intact head armors, so too bad. Just do that. Alright, so Friduhelm has actually been rallied, it seems. Now we also encourage. And is there a command? Yeah, actually that's something I can do. So Dieter again. And then Ludger goes for this one. Yeah, I think so, probably. Almost actually pressed F there, because nothing was happening, and that would have ended Dieter's turn. No, luckily it didn't. Why did you get a headshot? Anyways, I guess we try to do this. I don't know. I don't know. Just move in. Esvik, it's probably time for you to say goodbye to your mortal coil and join Davkul in whatever place he calls home. Anyways... Oh, the overwhelm is... actually, overwhelm is working. Good job, Ludger, I guess, with your million injuries. Okay, here we just recover now. About to lose the banner soon. Aspik is alive. Aspik is not alive. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. So now... Edelmar. Could go for the stun. I could actually even get a kill with 2 hits. Body hits. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. Guess I go for the body hits. Try to get lucky with those. 52s. So I need to hit 2 of them. I could just recover. We can rely on Fahad probably to finish this. I'll recover. Randolph dodges. Okay, Friedhelm actually has a decent chance of hitting something for once. He could also recover for once. I think we actually recover. And he's fleeing. And he's fleeing. Of course he is. Okay, Helmer is actually wavering. Yeah, I don't think I can move away, can I? No, probably not. Well, it's not looking good for you, Randolph. I don't know, I think I just activate this again. And that's all he does. And here we probably have to recover now, since I can't attack twice anyway. Is that correct? I can attack once, of course, and eventually I might be able to attack twice again. That keeps the decisive up. Unstoppable won't matter. So if I kill this one, that's not necessarily what I want. So instead I would go for, I don't know, this one. It's a bolster at least. Alright, this one needs to go now. So Fahad, it's on you. Do I also move like here? He's confident. Can he deal with the ghasts? 63 resolve, maybe. Once these ones have dealt with Randolph, though, what the hell happens then? I don't know. I don't know. So do I bother moving there? I guess I actually don't. Not yet, at least. If I wait... Will I have a target in range there? Maybe. Next round, I mean. Thing is, if I hold this position and Adelmar moves next to... Well, then again, I'm also killing this target, so these guys won't be there. I'll wait and see where I want to position. Okay, so once again, rally. It did work. Yay. Okay, Ludger gets a kill. Well then, Ludger. I don't think he wants to move there. Instead, he tries to protect this flank. And then we move Fahad where Ludger is now. Yeah, that seems to be like the plan. So I don't think we'll have a target there. Unless, like, this one were to move there. Is it worth to wait for that reason? I don't know. I have no idea. take an initiative malus out of that, of course. But his initiative is 9. Whatever, that's fine. And we do have a target, okay? Alright then. Oh, they seem to be ignoring Randolph. That's actually maybe even good for us. And Adelmar is now free to do something. The gun is probably not what's going to help though. But I can shoot from here. So I will have 3 allies, it seems. So I don't need Adelmar for that. So I guess we get the gun back out. Reload. Shoot 3 of them. Okay. Actually helps, thank you. And don't move anywhere. Just hold. I think. Oh, well, there we go. Hit by a 16. Okay. Just when there's hope, it gets dashed. Alright. I suppose I'll still try to deal with these before I deal with the ghasts. I don't know if that's correct, but it's a choice I've made. So yeah. That's actually the one with the weapon. I guess I'll go for that. Once again fleeing. Because the AI is too smart. The AI is actually smarter than I am. Sadly. There's the corpse of Esvig, the prophet of Davkul, coming for us. There's plenty of these guys again. Peter is wavering. Some of them did once again wait, it seems. How fun for us. Okay. Or Randolph. Oh, out of ammunition. Well, we go for this again. Well done. Fallen hero with a mace. Probably goes for Randolph now. Well, we can't stick around here. Probably. So move like here. Game lagged a bit, so it didn't actually apply when I clicked. Highly annoying. Anyway, wait there. And I can once again attack twice. So this is the only one that's attacking at the moment. If I clear this, then maybe this one decides to go for Ludger. That's actually fine. Oh, still alive at 20. Well, let's go for one other. Like that one. Alright, and Fahad twice. Goes for that, and then maybe this one. We'll leave that for Dieter. Okay, and once again rally. Just for Fridu Helms. Well, not just. I guess Gerhard as well. And it did not work. And neither did that. Okay, is there a point in commanding Dieter? How much is that? 16 fatigue. Oh, you can... Oh, you can actually... Well, this is a mistake. I forget. You can actually use command to rally someone who's fleeing, it seems. Well, in that case, we do that for Friduhelm. And it failed. Alright. We can try again. And it failed. Rotates cased in. Alright, well, thanks. Thanks for that. Yeah, Lutger is actually dealing nice damage with this weapon. It's a shame that I got him in a perpetual fleeing state earlier. I'm just going to blame myself for everything. Nice hit there. Anyways. It's on Dieter to save the day. Does have 3 allies still if I move, so I guess I do move. Now if I try to get the Geist, is that too optimistic? I don't know. We need to do it. The dog is back again. Alright. Well, there we are. Move 1 tile or not? That's pointless, it seems. So don't. Yes, I missed you guys terribly. Thanks for showing up here. Okay, 1 attack here. Go for this. And Randolph. Poor Randolph. Just activates this again, does nothing else. Welp. Okay. Six fatigue to attack. We have, let's see. It seems 6. Oh, is that 6? 6 temporary injuries. 2 permanent ones. I should go for the other one maybe, since that can be a kill. Alright. He did it. And I can't do anything with Edelmar unless I switch. I guess I won't switch. Though actually... Do I need to switch? Because no one else is left to do anything about this. I guess I, in that case, maybe attack with the wooden stick again. I don't know. Does that help? Does that even help? What else is there to do? I don't know. 69. Once again, try to rally Friduhelm. But once again, 2 of the Geists are waiting, so I don't know, maybe a waste. Maybe we just let him... Oh, goddammit. There's also... There is also a 2-handed flail fallen hero back here. Okay. Welp. Rally and once again fatigued out. Of course we take a nasty hit. Well then, Dieter. Dieter, you need to save us. Thank you. Now we go for this one. So we wait for second winch. Alright, can I attack twice with this? It seems I can't, so we just decapitate instead. And are you going to flee again? Breaking. Well, we might win. We might. We just might. going to be a very costly one. Okay, just hold where you are. And you as well hold where you are, despite your state of 2 hit points. Or do I move here? I mean, that means he can't die yet. And we still get to keep the 3 allies. Okay, fine. Just move there. Switch weapon. Reload. And... take aim. Take aim or wait. I suppose I take aim. He did a thing. Alright, Fridohelm is, yeah, fleeing, so I guess we try this again. No, actually, we try the command instead. Yeah, that's better. There we go, it actually worked. It actually worked. That didn't do enough. Well, still alive, just barely. If he takes one more body shot, it might be over. Recover here. Peter is working. Okay, let's see. Encourage. Can I still encourage? No, I guess we just wait in that. Well, not wait. Hold. Peter is a god. Now Niels is back. Peter is just as I commanded him, he is now breaking. Well, we can probably save him. So 1 attack here. Actually get rid of that so that we have a better chance of keeping Fridohelm. Randolph might make it out of this. Certainly did not see that being a possibility. So the run is still alive, it seems. Will Ludger be alive? Needs to deal with our former prophet. Does not deal with him. Well, there goes Wiener Gengar Esvig, the prophet of Davkul. Alright, let's see here. So you are wavering, you are breaking. I guess we probably move there and rally from there. Could have also used Blitzkrieg at this point. Alright, will Randolph make it after all? Remains to be seen. Well then, okay, do you go up against the Geist, perhaps? 4 enemies left here. For now. I'll just hold. We need to recover. Somehow this dog has done a lot for us. Okay, so either attack or activate Whirling Death again. 95 to hit. Okay. Here we get 2 attacks, but I only have 1 target for once. These guys can handle it. So I guess I go for... This one? Oh, there's... No, there's not. For a second there, I thought there was a zombie there. I guess I go for this one. Nice try. Elmer moves like... Yeah, we should be now fine on that flank, so now we move there. And now we try to save Randolph. There's still at least one of them, maybe a couple of them, it seems, that... Or at least it looks like there's a little bit of that purple hue there, so they can rise up. Or maybe it's their... Actually, never mind. It seems to be their tongue, their mouth. I don't know, whatever. What ifs? Okay. Hit again by 37. Okay. Somehow we made it. I mean, I suppose I'm experienced enough in the game to assess that we at least have some kind of chance when I take these fights, but yeah, that was just dumb. Again. It was like... Is that the 3rd time I've made the same mistake in this run? So we lose Esvik, the Prophet. We lose Niels, that's fine. Geralt is dead, that stings a bit, but we knew he was going to die at some point. We get a ton of experience out of that. Not worth. We do get to keep most of the core of the company. So Dieter, Friduhelm, etc. And Ludger is still alive. Okay. So loot-wise, this is all stuff. This is old stuff. As is this. So we get 1 famed item. Certainly not worth. Certainly not worth. Though it is perhaps one of the best famed items I've ever seen. Enhanced damage and weapon skills cost -3. That is an excellent hammer. It's not worth this, but it's excellent. So we need to find a hammer user. Alright, well, there we go. There we go. So, yes, I didn't want to always keep skipping these difficult fights. And we were also, and still are, on this destroy undead location ambition. So, those were part of my decision-making process there in taking this fight. But in hindsight, probably shouldn't have. But yeah, it must be said, I also made a ton of mistakes there. Positioning-wise, at least. A couple of other errors. Anyways, that's that done. We can still continue to run, I guess. Friduhelm is now level 12. So we'll get another prophet. We'll see who ends up being the prophet. I'll take hit points. Anyways, let's see. So maybe Ludger will be the prophet. That would be funny. In any case, let's head back. Sven now hates the undead. You didn't even take part in the battle. Sven spits and runs his hand under his nose. His face scowls and he seems to be talking to himself as others look on.
The old gods will have our arses if we permit the dead to walk again. You fellas can go to the hereafter thinking you did right in this world. But I ain't following the idle road because by my sum that road goes straight to the hells. I'll see to it that I meet a righteous end, and I'll see to that by felling every godforsaken undead fark I see.
Yes, indeed. So he was observing the battle from a safe distance, and now he hates the undead. Okay. Okay. It did come very close for Esvik multiple times before as well. Now he is finally dead. So yeah, we lost like 1.5 people there, really. Honestly, that's not that bad of a result. I don't know. But I'm disheartened. Alright, there we go. So that's done. I'll do inventory stuff on my own time. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.